Hi guys, we got two people sitting here and one behind the camera, so there are three people. Today I'm going to inform you guys about the promises and pitfalls of social media. Social media is important, it's very popular, it can be helpful, and it can also be hurtful. I'd like to start out my speech with a quote. The more time we spend interconnected via a myriad of devices, the less time we have to develop true friendships in the real world. That quote was made by Alex Morit. Hi, my name is Justin Watson, and today, like I said, I'm going to discuss social media, what it's all about, the benefits. I'm going to hit 3 points, what's good about social media, what's bad about social media, and how the business world can affect from social media. Social media is used to connect to family, with friends, acquaintances, etc. The cool thing about social media is that it's not just local, but it's widely global as well. I actually am part of a group on Facebook where I know people that are in my town, in California, Europe, and even in Australia. Sites like Facebook, Twitter can create friendships that normally people may not have. But there's also a dark side to the internet. People getting hurt just because they have different ideals. It's actually changed people's lives, and it's actually driven people to types of depression. Social media today is used mostly for good. For instance, like I mentioned, connecting to family members and friends. Like I mentioned, global and around the world. Anywhere, basically anytime. There's actually 1.9 billion people that use social media today. And if that wasn't big enough, there is a total of 2.3 billion people that have actually used social media since today. That's a lot of people. Cell phones and technology have made social media quite the giant that it is today. As far as another statistic goes, a total of 3.4 billion people have internet. So if there was any question if social media was going to get bigger than that, I'm pretty sure we could safely say that, yeah, it is going to get bigger. But studies have found that social media, it can actually be a bad thing too. Teenagers have become so addicted to Facebook to the point where teenagers just lose sleep, they have low self-esteem from it, and they actually suffer from anxiety in some points. Studies also have found that extensive use of social media can actually feed anxiety and create insecurity of oneself. I'd like to start with another quote. Social media is more addictive than booze and cigarettes, some studies have found. That one was by William Hoffman. Adding to this, there is also another term that I should probably mention, and that's called cyberbullying. And that's the name pretty much sounds exactly what it is. It's basically bullying, but using the internet and some resources like social media to attack people. There's actually been some anonymous websites where people have been attacked so bad that they actually had to relocate and actually had to change a name just because they couldn't get away from it all. A name comes to mind, Jessie Slaughter. Yeah, she had her life pretty much messed up. Anyway, it can also affect school life. It can stunt people's actual social life, like face-to-face. Just overusing social media can have a substantial effect on people. Businesses use it as well in various ways. In one way, it makes them active with other people. In the second way, businesses actually use pages on, let's say, Facebook for questions and answers, just to get a better kind of relationship going. And one more thing, something that's very popular is advertisers. Businesses will use tracking cookies just on searches you've found and put it in your social media page. Now when I say this, I'm not joking. The other day I was on my Facebook account. I went to Walmart.com just to look for something, and when I closed it out, there was actually an ad for the same thing I was looking for right on my Facebook page. So, in conclusion, social media can be used for good as far as connecting with family and friends from all over the world. It can be bad, such as cyberbullying and people having to move away and change names. And businesses definitely benefit from social media just from getting that closer connection to them and trying to make the sale.